Doctor, Hykros is very sincere about this cooperation.
Archon ELRIC. I'm only here to see if you have anything to say to me about what you did in the past. But it looks like you haven't learned your lesson, even after all these years. What a shame. I hope that when we meet next time, you can come down from your high horse. If there is a next time.
You and Archon ELRIC.
Did that startle you? I'm sorry.
What did Hykros do in the past?
ELRIC never told you. I guess I'm not the only one who needs an answer. Go ask him yourself. I just want to leave here. The sooner, the better.
Archon ELRIC.
The doctor is right. Hykros made a lot of bad decisions. We saw how the Cataclysm ripped through the world, and we tried to fight back. But it was all in vain. The ground underneath our feet is just a fleeting moment of what this world once was. Everything changed, however. We discovered Omnium, and we took advantage of it. We childishly thought we could control it. We were naive enough to think that we'd have a better future. That was a terrible mistake. About 50 years ago, unknown aberrations started to spread on a very large scale. When we discovered that radiation from Omnium was the culprit, it was too late. To save it, we took a risk and did something even more forbidden. We tried to affect the space-time structure with Omnium so that it could wipe the timeline and go back in. We failed. We are abandoned by time. Sorry, it's not that I want to keep it from you, just I don't want to discuss it with outsiders. Omnium has many traits far beyond our comprehension, the most profound being the impact on stabilization of time and space. To put it in plain words, Omnium can help us distort time, even change it.
You mean time retracement?
That's just the most obvious aspect, involving dialing the present point on a timeline back to the past. If you could find the nexus on the current timeline, you can change events to create a new timeline.
Dr. Claire mentioned this to me before.
She and her husband, but Dr. Henry rejected the proposal after evaluating the potential safety issues and risks. The project stagnated, and more happened after that. Anyway, Carl eventually convinced Dr. Henry. Also, they found Claire's husband, Lewin, without acknowledging her, and convinced him to volunteer himself for the experiment.
And the experiment failed?
That's right. The incident 50 years ago threw Lewin into the turbulence of time. As for Claire, she chose to leave.
Now I understand the doctor's attitude toward you. Can you explain what exactly is the...
I feel more comfortable referring to that incident as the second regression. It was a bold attempt, but we failed. After the first time jumping, we conducted a series of more. There is a reverse time engine in the chrono chamber to counter the space-time fluctuations caused by the time jumping. This is our backup measure to reduce the risks. You've seen what happened afterwards. The omnium radiation leaked out and triggered a series of uncontrollable events. To prevent this disaster, Carl decided to conduct the second regression. It failed due to multiple reasons. The space-time turbulence wreaked havoc on our world, devouring our lands, cities, even whole civilizations disappeared.
You mean the space-time turbulence erased most of the land and civilization?
Or we are the ones that were erased. We were isolated from our world. We overestimated our understanding of omnium. Our hubris and arrogance destroyed us.
How did the time jumping fail?
According to the remaining monitoring data, someone tampered with the default parameters while the time engine was activated.
So it's not an accident?
It's the heirs of Ida. They are not a bunch of simple-minded, anti-omnium rioters. The sage probably has a deeper understanding of omnium than any of us. I even suspect that he is the one close to obtaining eternity.
Since Hykros has the technology to travel back in time, why didn't they use it to repair the damage